Section 7.3, example 4, graphing an inequality for a parabola. So graph the inequality y is greater than x squared plus 1. All right. Let's start with graphing the equality. So let's start with graphing y is equal to x squared plus 1. So this is a parabola opening upward with the vertex at 0, 1. So let's start with that. So graph. So opening upward, we'll say this is 1. The parabola opening upward, the vertex at 0, 1. All right, so that is our equality. So now let's kind of forget about the equality part, because what we have is an inequality. So on a Cartesian plane, so on a number line, let's kind of come down here. On a number line, we have x, let's say less than 1. What we end up with is this right here. Open circle, because we're not greater than or equal to. We look at 1 here. Numbers that are smaller than 1 are going to be on the left side. So that's what we do here. If it's less than or equal to, we just do a solid circle. So it's going to be kind of similar when it comes to graphing. What we do to graphing is we either have a solid line, or we have solid line for less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and we have a dotted line for less than or greater than. So here we have greater than, so this is going to be a dotted line. So let's get rid of our graph here. And let's make this a dotted parabola. So here, this tells us that we're not including the points on that line. Just like with a number line, we do not include the points at that point. So we have that. Now we're looking at what actually makes this true. So possibilities are we have this region shaded, or another possibility is we have this outside region shaded. What we want to do is pick a test point. Oh, it kind of came back. So what we want to do is pick a test point. It could be way out here. It could be somewhere in here. I'm going to choose an easy point and say 0, 0. Our only requirement is that it's not on the line. So I'm not going to choose the point 0.0001 and see where that point ends up being here. It's going to be a little bit too close for me to tell whether it's inside or whether it's outside. A really easy point for me to use right now is going to be the origin. We know for sure it's going to be outside of the parabola. Again, this is going to be our test point. We're going to test 0, 0. If it works, then we shade where that point is. If it does not work, then we shade opposite of where that point is. So let's get that. So let's test 0, 0. So we have the equation y greater than x squared plus 1. 0 is greater than 0 squared plus 1. 0 greater than 1. So is 0 greater than 1? This is false. So since this is false, that means this point does not work, which means our shaded region is going to be everything inside of the parabola. So that is our shaded region. The parts that satisfy this equation are only those points there. Let's make it a little bit better. There we go. Only those points highlighted in the green highlighter are the points that we're going to consider to be true. Again, because we used a test point here, we found out that that was false. So we're just going to use the opposite area. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, bye.